Oh, I just realized my mic wasn't muted this whole time. Did you guys enjoy the random sounds that you heard? Hi everybody. We might need to do some adjusting on sound, so let me know if things are weird because one, I had to wipe and redo everything in my OBS, and two, I'm using a different mic setup now. So sound volumes might be way different or horrible. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Hi, stars. And you guys are going to pick up some table sounds now. Because the mic is resting on the table and is not attached to my head anymore. So if I tap on the table, you guys will hear it very clearly. I think that also means that you guys get to hear me pick up and set down my water a lot louder now. Yeah. But yeah, hi everybody. Hi, Red Shirt. Yeah, I do think that I'm louder than before. I can lower my volume if we think that I'm too loud in comparison to other things. But yeah. Hi, I'm here. Yeah. Is chat working? I did test it, so it should be fine. I'm just being nervy about everything, I think. Which, like, yeah, when you have to redo literally everything, it makes you a little nervous. Do I have anything else to say? I don't know. Hi, how are y'all doing? I think I put my all of my settings back to what they were, but God only knows. Because the backup that I saved was like just wouldn't work. I'm not sure if it was corrupted or something, but I did back up all my overlays and stuff like recently, and they would not load in. So, hi BP, thank you. And I am getting an encoding overload, which says to me that I have not put everything back to what it was. We'll see. We also have like a different font and a different chat thing. I thought it was a little bit more readable. But yeah. Hi, Shawnee. Thank you. And yeah, you only have a couple days left for the sale. Hi, Parker. But yeah, so if at any point like sound, ooh, yeah, that's delayed. Not that much more than normal though, I think, which, yeah. I do have some packages to open up first before everything else, which is part of what you heard me doing when my mic wasn't muted because I've been testing. Yeah, I'm still getting the encoding overload. Okay, so that will be something to fix after today. And I think I know what the issue was. I think I remember how I fixed that last time. It's not constant, it's just every once in a while. It's really eating up CPU today too, for reasons I'm not really clear on. Let me close out this because I don't really need that open right now. Maybe that will help a little bit. Yeah, I think maybe I used a different canvas size and that's what this problem is. I think maybe I made it smaller last time, but that was so long ago that I don't really remember what I did. So I will just do that. Make a little note for myself. Change base canvas size. Okay. And then we can deal with this today. It's not horrid from my side, at least. If it's really bad for you, then let me know and I can end and resituate everything and then go live again. But yeah. Hi everyone. How are we doing? Yeah, I have 2 new pieces of art that you guys haven't seen because this is the first time I'm streaming this week because life continues to kick me in the shins. But I've been working on some stuff and I don't know that I've shown anybody but Cap and Linda these actually. But I'm working on like a little notepad with like a week layout. So like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of week. So I started with this one because this one is for the Hopbert, who was made a long time ago. So many of you may not have seen him. But he's a little tree frog that says hop to it, which is on my Evergreen Compliments. Oh, all good, Red Shirt. It's really hefty. Thank you for popping in. And I hope you cool down. But what was I saying? Pop Bert is on here. He's on the Evergreen Compliment sticker sheet.
Self-care checkpoint. Do you take meds? Get some
Hi, Pioneer.
water, some food? Take a break or stretch? Please do
That's
so
something
now.
else I should do, actually.
Thank you.
You guys aren't going to get my whole thought process at all today. I'm not really with it, honestly. If I'm being honest. We'll drink an oiter and do the stretchies and such.
Show me your hands.
I was doing that down. And then I decided once I did that one, it's so delayed. Okay. I decided to do another one with like the Paleolithic stuff that I'd done, but I needed the hands to be a different size, and there wasn't going to be a way to make those nice. So I did a new one. So that's this. And I have some other stuff that I've been painting off stream to go with this one that I might make a sticker sheet out of. But I don't think Twitch would be happy with me streaming that because I'm doing the Venus figurines. The most famous one is Venus of Willendorf. And many of them have visible vulvas. So I think that Twitch would not approve of me doing that, even though that's stupid. Okay, I am hydrating. I am doing ham stretchies. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better at least, Parker. I'm sorry you were sick. Yeah, this is using like way more CPU than it should. That should get fixed when I change the canvas size though. I think that's probably what I missed doing. But yeah, and then body stretchies. So I was thinking I could work on the Venuses, but like I can't. I don't think I can work on those on stream. I think they would technically go against TOS. Because Twitch is a bunch of cowards. So we're gonna work on inking this. You can kind of see a little bit like right down here. The lines are white. So we're going over all of the crystal lines to make them white because I think that just looks better for a crystal vibe. And then we also need to do bright white highlights on the plastic cups. Thank you for the follow. So that's pretty much what we have to work on here today. I also am just gonna peel this tape up because we don't really need this on here anymore. I needed this tape down for when I was doing the color on the crystals. Because otherwise the paper would have looked real bad. I bet you guys can get, if I shut up for 5 seconds, I bet you guys can get a really good tape peel sound off of this mic. Hang on. There you go. Thank you, stars. Yeah, there you go. That might have shown you how far behind the video is. I'm not sure. Because it is, even for me, it is. So there we go. So I think that at some point I do have a boom arm for my better mic, which is what we're using today. And I think I will probably figure out a way to attach that to the table, but also that's like a lot. Ah. Thank you, Pioneer. I care about you too. You're such a sweetie. Pioneer will be live later today, actually, with our friend Sleepy, also known as the Peanut Butter Baby. So you should all go hang out with Pioneer later. Perfect, Shawnee. We did the, like, 2 different ones. Theoretically, did that actually go through? There we go. My computer is a little stressed out. It's okay. Okay, so first, I think BP was here. If you guys can hear me doing this, which I'm sure you can. It's the mic thing. First, BP got me something very kindly. I've waited to unwrap it until right now. But this was a gift for my birthday. That fuzz coming out of your butt, friend. Fix that. You're fine. But I now have a possum squishmallow. Look at her. It's one of the big ones, too. So soft. Cuddly friend. So thank you, BP. The possum's name is Luann, in case anybody's wondering. I will read you her little fact, because they all come with, like, little personality facts. Luann loves long summer nights on her front porch. She sits in her rocking chair and keeps a wooden folding fan handy in case the air gets too humid. Luann made a pitcher of iced tea this afternoon. Will you come over and share a glass with Luann? I will, Luann. Thank you. That's so cute. I feel like it's very me-coded also. I think that's just me. Okay, I'm gonna leave this box because it's a good size for Han, I think, if he would be intrigued by that. This is gonna be a loud noise because I'm just throwing that over there. That wasn't as loud as I anticipated, but and I will leave man here. Next we'll do Stars's because Stars is here. Stars sent me a package for my birthday. So this is really cute because she got little stickers on it and everything. But there's also a very nice, like real wax seal. Isn't that cute? Which means that I need to try to open it without messing up the seal, which I think I can do. But I don't know if this one is a read on stream card or not. But I can give it a peek-see and see. You guys should also tell me if I'm not talking loud enough. It seems like it's fine. This is about what level my other mic was at. So. Oh, there's a little thing in here too. A little bat. That's so cute. I do think my music is maybe quieter than usual. Do you guys agree with that assessment? It glows in the dark? That's cool. Oh, you're so sweet, Stars. Thank you. Okay. And then we have some gifties. First, which I knew this one was coming because I tried to put this on my throne and Stars was like, don't do that. And I was like, oh, okay. So I put it on my throne and Stars looked at it and sent me a message like, take that off, actually. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I know I also have some candies. And I will say that Con got to inspect that package multiple times. And he marked it thoroughly. But this would be fun. We can probably do this on stream at some point, honestly. That will be good. Everything is like very bagged up, which is why you're hearing a lot of. He did approve. Ooh, toffee. Oh, toffee. We've got, the original toffee. We have Haribo Fruit Mania berry flavor. And then, a licorice mix, yeah? But with coconut? I don't read German, or speak German, or understand German, if I'm being honest. So that's my guess based off of the images here. God, it's so windy out. I guess I should say that out loud. We're having a huge windstorm, and our power has flickered multiple times already this morning. So if I disappear really suddenly, that's probably why. We do usually get our power back really fast because we're on the same part of the grid as 2 hospitals. So, but still. Oh, this one's vegetarian, I'm guessing, which means that they used a different kind of gelatin. It's a veggie in the corner. Okay, so strawberry, raspberry. Well, no, this one's raspberry. What's this one then? Oh, blackberry maybe? Is Braum blackberry? Like Braum black? Red currant would be my guess. I do need to avoid the blueberry ones though. So Greg will get to eat those ones. I'm allergic to some artificial blueberry flavoring, but not all as far as I can tell, but I shouldn't like test it probably. But I'm guessing that one's blueberry because it did have a blueberry on the front. No, you're fine. You're fine. You didn't know. It's all good. It's not like a really bad allergy or anything. I'll just get a rash. It's not a big deal. I just don't push it, you know. All good. And Greg will be happy to eat them. So that's like my only food allergy. So I know, right? Blueberry is like, it's gotten more common here, especially in like mixes lately. So like if it's a mixed berry thing, or a lot of things have been blueberry acai lately here, which is weird because I do like, or acai, however you're supposed to pronounce it. I do like those berries, but if they mix them with blueberry, then I don't have them. Hi, my love. But yeah, I'm excited for these. I will open some of these. Okay, so caramel orange. Citron is going to be lemon. Lakritz is going to be just licorice, I'm guessing. Cocos would be coconut. Cacao is going to be chocolate. What's Kirsch? I'm pronouncing these horribly, I am sure. Like cherry? I don't know. It's pink, so I don't know. And I'm excited for toffees. Cherry, I was right. Look at how smart I am. Yeah, this is a little package that Stars sent me for my birthday. So we already looked at these, the berry gummies that she sent me. And then, this is like a licorice mix, which I'm excited about. And then toffees, which I'm most excited about. I love toffees. I love toffee. I love caramel. Just all good. I want my sugar to be really sugary, generally speaking. That's why I also like cotton candy. Grab your drinky and then this. So thank you very much, Stars. I'm excited to try all of these. And I'll probably try them on stream today. Oh, I should have a little treat. You're so right, bestie. I'm guessing that was Shawnee. Yep. Shawnee, you should tell me which one I should open. You can pick. So we have the toffee, and we have berry, and we have coconut. Yeah, it was Shawnee. Shawnee's always making sure I get little treats. I do still have my unopened strawberry Pocky over here for my birthday, too. So many treats. Yeah, I appreciate the gifties. Almost like a little gift. And I do like a candy. The encoding overload is getting worse every time I speak, which is interesting to me. I know how to fix that. Like, I've done it before, but it's gonna annoy me because it throws up a little, like, warning on the thing every time it happens, and it's not consistent. So you guys are just gonna have to listen to me do that. I've talked about that repeatedly. Okay. I will keep... Oh, good thinking, Stars. That's actually Very smart. And yeah, that probably is. I wonder actually if I should change my PNG tuber to using my headset mic. Because it won't pick up as much of the, like, extraneous sounds, environmental sounds. But that would also mean that it's going to be, like, out of sync. Okay. I could also stop crinkling bags a little bit. I like that there's a cow on here. What's cow in German? Ambient sounds. Yes, that's a good way to put it, Shawnee. Extraneous is a word that I was trying to think of for something else the other day. Caramel. Oh. Okay. Just okay. It's a cow. Everybody says it's a cow. Scotland, English, German. I'll agree. It's just cow. Ooh, these are good. Okay, I have one more package to open, which is a gift from myself to myself. And I did mention this to a few people, where yeah, we've all just decided, well, except for Finnish, I guess. In Finnish, cow is lehmä. Which was part of my lesson today. That's why I remembered it. Excellent. I love that for them. I could finish a sentence at some point, probably. Oh yeah, it is. You're right. Moo-moos. And I'm saving, like, the wrappers and stuff so that I can put them in my journal. I've been really bad at journaling lately, but I enjoyed doing the kind of, like, scrapbook thing that I did for my Canada trip. So I'm thinking if I try to do more of that, where it's just, like, collecting and less, like, organizing, I might get back into it a little bit better. Ah, good. Finnish cream is crema. Or not crema, that's wrong. It's kerma. I always think of it. But, okay. Can I finish a sentence at some point? You think? Probably not. But I ordered from the shop because I wanted a new sticker book. And I was looking for one. I was like, I should get one with a possum on it. Clearly. And so I just, like, searched it. And I found this little shop that their shop actually has a tab in their shop options that just says, if you're here for raccoons or possums, click this. And I was like, okay, I've found my people. So this is my new sticker book. And I mentioned that I was saving all of those other individual stickers. Because for my new sticker book. And that's this. So I will get to, maybe I'll do that tonight. Arrange all my little stickers. Because I do enjoy arranging. So, this is nice. I like it. I do love a spiral bound, but yeah, I am a sleepy possum. And then I spent, like, way too long in this. And some of these are going to be gifts for other people because, like, obviously. And you might notice that I was inspired by something in specific for doing my own week layout notepad. Mine is significantly different than this, but I thought it would be fun to use. And I thought it was cute because it has a little possum on it, you know? And I am doing my best sometimes. And I also got a bunch of stickers, as you would suspect. Oh, sweet. I have a 10% off coupon for next time. And a little note, because I did shout this person out on Tumblr, because they do also have a Tumblr. I'm hiding the sale code, because that's not a good thing. But this is Two Birds, One Pencil illustration. So it's Two Birds, One Pencil with numeric and not spelled out numbers. And their shop is just so cute. There's so many little things. And I have to hide a few things because, like I said, I got gifts. Because, like, they also have a lot of crows in their shop. And, like, so I basically just have a bunch of stuff for everybody that I've ever loved in here. I need to be cautious. I also get a free card. This is so cute. It's a wizard. I don't know how to say possum in Finnish. I do know how to say wizard, which is velho. Thank you, stars. I meant to make a command for that for today, and then I just promptly did not do that. So we've got a little possum saying what? Which makes me think of Sleepy, obviously. What? And then there's a little strawberry jester. Yeah, they kind of all have the same vibes, Parker, I feel like. And then obviously I've got two different of this sticker, which is a capybara keychain that says just one more trinket will fix me. And I will say I put way more than this in my cart. So I will be going back to this shop and making more unwise purchasing decisions. That's just going to happen. I had to take stuff out of my cart because I was like, I cannot afford all of this. Possum says head empty. We've got Possum with gay tail heart, which is great. We got a little capybara that says drink your water. Those ones are gifties. We've got a little Possum that says please do not perceive me. We've got a little capybara that says, give me space, I'm nervous. And then the rest of these are little gifties, which I will set aside. But I will also show you the front of the card that they sent me, because I don't think that I did that. It's a hot dog. Hot dog. And they do have a bunch more crow stuff and raven stuff, and there's a lot more raccoon stuff. There's a lot of very good options in their shop. But these will have to do until I have more monies. So yeah, I'm excited about this. And I will be able to rearrange my little stickers in the new book, which I'm excited about. These are all recyclable things. You need to stay here. Me trying to be vaguely organized as if. Thanks, Cap. It is opossum, yes. Technically it's opossum. I just say possum. Hi, Tens! So, yeah. Oh, I have Stars' little bat sticker. Oh, actually, you know what I can do? Because I always, whenever I get stickers from people, I write, especially if I'm giving them as gifts, I write the artist name on the back of the sticker. So let's do that right now, actually. Excellent! I'm glad that you get a nice day off. And you guys can see the back of the gift stickers, but not the front. And you can try and guess what you think they are. You won't be able to, just for the record, but you can try. Oh, gotcha, Shawnee. And yes, I figured you weren't correcting me, but I was going to correct myself. Oh, I just noticed too that the one from Stars has a little sticker on the back giving the name of the person. Beautiful. Oh, opossum-y. Yep, that makes sense. Good to know. Okay. Two birds, one pencil, right? Yes. Yeah, I have a stamp that I use that has my username and like my website address and stuff. I'm sure I have one out here that has it stamped that I can show you. But I still need to go through all of my sticker stock to do that because I didn't get it for a while. But like for individual stickers, especially if you aren't going to do like what I do where I have like a little backing board that has my information on the back. Like if you don't package your stickers individually like that, having a signature on the back makes it so much better. Because like it's easier to gift. It's easier to like find again if you decide you want more sticker, you know? And then you can actually properly shout out people when you use their stuff. Yeah, I do appreciate that a lot. I just turned it over because I was going to write like from stars so that I knew. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in your way, Bubba. But there's a box for you over there if you want. Here, I can move these. Oh, I can also punch the table. That was uncomfortable. I'm sorry. I'm sure that was really, really loud. Yeah, see, I knew you wanted to be in there. He's in the box, folks. I also left the tissue paper in there so that he could make noises. Nah, I'm fine. I've been especially clumsy this week. Which also pisses me off and makes me more likely to be clumsy. Because the human brain is so great. Oh my gosh, Tens. That's dramatic. Yeah, he's having fun in there. Okay, I was gonna do something else. What was it? I got distracted by Khan and I was taking a photo of him. I need to do a stretch sheet, that's what it was. I'm doing a stretching now. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. We have our deck, like our back deck, would be a really good one for a catio, I think. So I would like to do that at some point for when we get, because this is a guest cat. This is not our cat. Oh, I was going to show you guys my stamp. That's the thing I was doing. I don't have the actual stamp out here, but I can show you guys next month's sticker club sticker. Oh, here, this one is last month. So I have a little stamp that I do where it has my username and then all my little social icons and then my website down at the bottom. And I know that I brought out, there it is. And I did print out the eggplant, which I don't think I've shown you guys. This is with the new printer that you guys helped me afford. And this is going to be the Sticker Club sticker for September. This one is for this month. And this one is like really curled. I tried a different kind of laminate than usual. And it curled real bad. But yeah, so this one is, I need to try and find more of this style laminate because I would use this a lot. But I haven't been able to find it in a pack on its own. So I will need to search better. I was looking and I like couldn't actually afford to get it then. So I didn't look super hard, but yeah. Oh my god, Tens. Dramatic. Okay. I was lamenting this in, I think it was Rainbow's stream the other day, but maybe yesterday. I don't know what time is. But But I was hoping to get my own sticker book printed and set, like, to sell, like, either, like, near the end of this year or the beginning of next year. But thanks to the tariff stuff, I don't think that I'm going to be able to do that at all until my country gets its shit together. So, you know, never. Because as far as I can tell, there are not any US manufacturers for reusable sticker books. I have not been able to find one. Almost all of them are in China. And I do know the company that a lot of people use and have used washi tape. Their washi tape as well, which is starts with a V, Vogoth, something like that. I have it in my notes. I don't need to remember the name. But I have found a US manufacturer for washi tape. So I can do washi tape, but I cannot do Vograce. Thank you, Tens. It's like Tens probably knows, actually. So I won't be able to do sticker books, I think. But I will be able to do washi tape, so I might focus on that more in the coming year and make that my goal instead of the sticker book, which is frustrating because, like, that was the whole point of me doing, well, it was part of the point of me doing the Alaska stamp series, was because I thought, like, a little postcard style cover covered in the stamps that I had painted and made would be a really cute sticker book. So. Oh, that's interesting. They just used a envelope as, like, the backing board for this. I don't think shipping to space is going to be any cheaper. It's just frustrating. I'm frustrated with the state of everything. Excellent, Tens. Yeah, my brother has a degree in electrical engineering, so. I think it's less, well, I'm sure some engineers don't know their shit, but it's also because things are made to break, you know? Because you can't make a profit if people won't buy more. Okay. Oh, also the notepad things that I was talking about. So these are backgrounds similar to similar to this idea for little like week planner notepads that I can do without a tariff situation so far. We'll see. So I've got two plans with these as backgrounds. And I'll let my patrons vote on which one I should try first. Because I'll probably just do one and see how they go. Yeah, Shawnee's having a rough week. But that does mean that you should take care of yourself, Shawnee. Even though it's difficult. Yeah, for sure, Tens. I feel like it's that and then, like, coding both work the same way. Where it's like you look at something and you're like, why the fuck did you do that? Like, I'm sure it made sense to you, but what? Okay. I do think I need to get another thing of that white ink. I was, like, not really sold on it after the other one crystallized, but it is very useful. Yeah, we love you, Shawnee, even if you're having a hard time. Well, I mean, like, especially when you're having a hard time. But you having a hard time isn't going to scare us off. So today's stream, I think art-wise, is not going to be particularly interesting because I'm just going to be inking all of these crystals for like the 7th time. What are you doing? Did you just put your paw in your water? Is that why you're throwing a hissy fit over there? Just turned into a Michigander. But yeah, I'm just going to be going over like the majority of these lines in white ink because I think it looks better for crystals to have white instead of black ink. I don't know, it just feels a little bit more shimmery. Yeah, I know it's an art stream. I'm just saying that in contrast to the things that I'm usually doing, this is a little bit more chill, you know? I do think that for the edge, I'm probably like along the outer edge with the white paper. I'm not going to do white, but I might go back over that with a different black. Perhaps. A lesbian. But we're just going to end up going around in a bit of a circle here. Ish. You really like that saying. Like, you've really latched onto that one. It is very good. I just think it's funny how quickly it, like, became part of your parlance. It's really moist here. I know that I should say humid because that's technically correct, but it's moist here. I feel moist, and I don't like it. My glasses are fogging up because it is so moist. Oh, Cap, also, this is the art that you haven't seen. Can you tell why I hid it from you for a while? Hi, Illuminati. Good to see you. Oh, yeah, for sure. It was definitely the crystals. It has nothing to do with a very pointed question I asked you like a week and a half ago. I'd love it if my chat would stop pausing. Can you knock it off, please? Thank you. Yeah, I think this one will end up being a sticker because, I mean, that was the reason I made it. I made like something similar to this in Sticky Business, and I was like, actually, that slaps. Let's make that real. Because I thought it would make a good sticker. But see how much better the white line looks versus the black line for the crystals? Like, it's so much better. It's just, it looks so much better. I love it. I probably will do a couple little sparkles through here too with the white ink. I just haven't fully decided where I want to do that yet. But I think I will also separate it from the boba a little bit more because this is, I don't know if you guys noticed, it's a little bit of a busy design. There's a lot of lines going on. Maybe I want to grab a silver gel pen for the outside line. It doesn't always scan very nicely though. Maybe I'll just go over it again digitally if I don't like how it looks. Yeah, Khan has claimed that box. It's his now. Oh, did you? It was really rainy. It's been really rainy and windy the past like 2 days here, to the point that our power was flickering this morning. The sky is clear now, like it's blue and sunny out, but it's still windy, which probably means we're going to get even more rain. Which I don't mind rain, but I don't like it when my power goes out. Although, like I said, we're on a part of the grid where we get power restored pretty quickly. Hey, Bubba, you having fun with your little box over there? You want some pets? Mm-hmm. Oh, somebody reminds me after I end stream, because I know that even if I write it down somewhere, I'm gonna forget. I will show you guys my Venus figurines in Discord. Because, again, I don't think that I can stream those because they do have visible vulvas. And I think Twitch will get up in arms about it. Oh, yeah, for sure. We get like that, too, here. Because, like, especially in Anchorage, we're in what's called the Bowl. So we're just, like, completely surrounded by mountains. Except for the side that is ocean. Which means we get weather that's, like, vastly different than outside of the Bowl. But we also, like, this kind of weather, the, like, rainy, windy stuff, is similar to southeast Alaska, so, like, Sitka. So, really, which is, like, Pacific Northwest Rainforest, I think, is, like, the official climate title. So that kind of weather pattern has been, like, taking over our area, which means we get a lot more windstorms and big rainstorms. Especially, like, in the summer. Ah, yeah. Many bowls. Many bowls. Oh, conversation card. You got it. I even know where the box is this time. I don't have to search for it. Are you playing with your feather toy all by yourself? Maybe we need to play laser pointer later. I do also need to trim your nails, Bubba. You aren't gonna like that. Alright. Yep, he is playing with the feather all by himself. Would you like left or right, Pioneer? A stretchy. Is it Grim? It is Grim. Hi, Grim. Yeah, that makes sense.
Show me your hams.
Okay, I do a stretchy. I do my hams.
Oh my god, why can't you just take the freaking compliment?
Hi, Lion. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. The cat is being crazy, so if you guys hear weird sounds, it's because he's being nuts and, like, race carring down the hallway. Okay, I did stretchy, I did sippy, I did hams. What? No, it was the cat. He's stuck. We need to trim his nails again. He's very pointy. He got caught on my blanket yesterday. What was I saying? I don't remember anymore. Pioneer wanted left. All right. So there's three questions on every single one of these cards. I will read all three questions. And that way, if a question is too intense, you can pick a different question to talk about. Or you can talk about all three. You know, whatever you want to do. First one. Would you enjoy sharing a meal with your clone? Interesting. Second is, what is one key trait that makes successful people successful? And the last one is, what was the name of your first serious crush? Oh, totally fair, Lion. We've managed to do cons pretty well, but it does take two people, mostly. So somebody to hold and somebody to trim. But we've trimmed his nails like 3 times now, and it's fine. He drew a little bit of blood on me once, and he did scratch one of my rainbow shirts another point, so that there's like a scratch through the design on the front. Ooh, Pioneer has tea. Congratulations, that's great. I probably would enjoy sharing a meal with my clone, except I think both of us would be mildly unhappy because we'd rather not be witnessed at all when we eat, even though it was just us. I guess the short way to say that is I have trauma about people watching me eat. 2, one key trait that makes successful people successful is money. And generally that money didn't originally belong to them in one way or another. First serious crush. What was my first serious crush? What was his name? I remember I did something really extra and stupid, but I don't remember what his name was, because it was in elementary school, so a long time ago. But I wrote him a letter to send through the actual mail, and I made my own wax stamp seal for it, because I was in like 5th grade. I'm just a very extra person, and I always have been. Yeah. Ooh, pretzels and popcorn sounds good. Sure. Mm-hmm. What was his name? It was some, like, it was a generic 90s boy name. Like Jason or Jamie or something like that. I guess you guys can't really see that if it's there. He was a redhead, though. I feel like that's vaguely relevant to me today, still. I don't know if I have a yearbook that I could look at to see. I don't think we had them in elementary school. Yeah, that's always nice when it's like somebody who's really stuck with you through thick and thin. I can say words. I don't really have a lot of those kind of people. People get tired of me. I think at this point, the friend that I have that's stuck around the longest comes into chat sometimes, Peach. Other than my brother, obviously, like, we are friends now. We have not always been friends. Still trying to decide what I want to do for the outer line here. I don't really have a good solution. I do have a black gel pen that I could do. I don't know that I'll like that. Oh, yeah, for sure. Being, like, the person that's comfortable hits a different way, for sure. I can see the encoding error going off like every 3 seconds, and it's gonna drive me nuts. I say as if I'm not already nuts. Oh, I needed to do a compliment. That's what I'm forgetting to do for Grim. My brain is like really not together today, which is fine. It doesn't need to be. Oh, I remember what it was going to be. I am very pleased with myself for having learned from doing the hand art last time to do, it was not a compliment. That's because I hadn't started the compliment yet. I'm starting the compliment now. You've interrupted my compliment. But hi, Rainbow. I'm very pleased that I learned from the last time I did this kind of pattern. And I did a much better version this time. Like the last one wasn't bad, but I did learn a lot from that and did this in a way that I'm much happier with. So if you guys haven't seen, I have a bookmark of this too. So we did some Paleolithic art for my the quilt block for last August. So this is from a year ago. And I did like layered hands for this one, but I really like the individual layer a lot better. And I like the way that I did the spray this time too, because for this one I was trying to avoid using a paintbrush to spray, and then I did that for like the last layer. But really that's the way to get it the way that I wanted it to look. So I did learn from the last time I did this and did it a lot better, so I'm very happy with this. There's my compliment. Yep. And those are the same hands. Like, I had people give me hand photos to put them in this, so I basically traced over the hands and made a stencil out of it. So these are all the same hands that y'all gave me last year. I just rearranged them and repeated them in various ways so that they overlapped a little bit more. Yeah. So that will be a thing coming soon, TM. Or not. I guess my patrons get to decide if that's the one that's going to go or if the frog one will be the first one. Although, knowing my patrons, they will vote for the hands. Oh, I do also get to brainstorm about the color for next month, because I think I've got all of the votes that I'm going to get for the CIF poll, which means I get to think about bugs. The bugs that I want to do. have some ideas. We are running down to like the end of the bug project, honestly. Yep, y'all were throwing hands for me, which I appreciate. I brought my little notebook out. Where did I put it? I'm so sure that I brought it out. Bring it out. Where did I put it? I have a little notebook with. Oh, there it is. One of the notebooks that Blip got me actually as a little gift. Put my notes in here for the bug stickers. Because I only have 3 of the normal stickers left to do. Yes, they're on hams. I only have 3 of the normal stickers left to do, and then we have the rare and secret rares to do. So I do have 2 of the rares done. That's the shrimp and the lobster. Because I decided a lot of them were going to be, like, not real bugs. The secret rares are going to be, like, a glitch. Like a bug, right? But not like a bug. You get me? There's also, I want to do a crushed red M&M, which is a reference to a specific Tumblr post. If you know, you know. Sexy centipede, which is also a reference to a specific Tumblr post. I am using my new microphone. It's true. Yeah, Sleepy got me a little, so this was the, like, hardware accelerator USB thing that I was using, which only has 2 slots. So both of those were my cam and the fan that I have under my laptop. Sleepy got me a bigger one off of my throne for my birthday, which means that I can use the new mic and the cam and the filter, and it's all, or the fan, and it's all much better. Yeah. So many thanks again to Sleepy, which I did tell Sleepy straightforwardly, or gay forwardly, that that had come in and it was all set up and everything. And thanked them. And then I think the other secret rare is going to be get stick bugged, because I missed that meme and I wish it would come back. And so I'm going to be the change that I want to see in the world. And then the rare ones, I have a few ideas. I think one of them for sure will work for the color this month. So I'm thinking I want to do, you know how bagworms make those little, like, huts on top of them? So they stack the little, like, logs and stuff on them and make what looks kind of like a tower. I want to do, like, a bagworm, but make it Baba Yaga. Like that. And that will work for the color that I think is winning so far. I also think doing a blushing cicada coming out of its shell will work for this month. I also think banana slug will work for this month. So we might do just, like, all bug art this month, because I would really like to get these settled so that I can get these ready to put in my shop. But I only have 3 left for the regular rarity bugs. One of those will be the blushing cicada, one will be banana slug, and then I'm not sure what I want the last one to be. I might do some kind of mantis, is one of my notes here. I also have a moth or a type of firefly there, but I'm thinking maybe, because when I was originally thinking about this project, I was thinking it might be fun to have, like, a 1 in 10 chance for one of the packs to have, like, a bug sticker confetti in it. And I'm thinking maybe a firefly sticker confetti would be really cute. And maybe, like, throw a couple of mosquitoes in there just for the lulz. That will involve more work for me, but I think it's doable work and not, like, crazy bad. But yeah, and then I have a few other ideas for the rare bugs. I want to do a boo bee. So I want to do a bee in a little ghost costume saying boo. I feel like that's on brand, because we do love a boo bee here. I also think doing a lumberjack mosquito would be fun, because, like, so only the female mosquitoes suck blood, and the male mosquitoes eat tree sap. So I think it would be funny to do like a mosquito in like plaid with a little axe. I think that would be funny. For a rare. And maybe I do like a big, I don't know, vampire lady mosquito in the background or something. Something like that. And yeah, that will finish out the project, and then I can start actually packaging and stuff. There was, in fact, Shawnee, a Tumblr art post like that. I was sitting there thinking, and I was like, I had mosquitoes on my original list as like a sticker confetti idea because I thought that would be funny. Also, maybe I should add fleas into the sticker confetti. That would also be really funny, actually. Like a little flea circus. That would be hilarious. I'm so funny. Let me write that down before I forget. Yeah. Same with the sexy centipede. So me and Aiden suggested this one specifically, but I sent Aiden this post like ages ago where it's this couple, somebody found a centipede in their underwear drawer and messaged their partner about it. And the partner replied back, a friend, or perhaps a lover. And so now they only refer to centipedes as lovers. And Aiden and I started doing that to each other too. This was specifically around Sizzlipede coming out. That's why we we went on this. So every time we saw Sizzlipede, we were like, oh, a lover. So I think that will be very funny to do. Yeah, there are a lot of these things that are like, it's almost like I've been on Tumblr for like 14 years. Ew. I don't like that number. We're gonna pretend I didn't say that. Ugh. The passage of time? Disgusting. Okay. The Pentel ink is like, the nib is thicker, but it also is not great. I might switch over. Well, how different is my other one, actually? What is the size difference on these? But yeah, so a bunch of those are going to be like Tumblr references because I live there. That's my house. Yeah, we don't like the passage of time. I think that's pretty much equivalent. Let me see. Let me see what I think. Does feel like a little bit of a different color, but I don't think it's super noticeable. But if I'm gonna need to go over the Pentel ones anyway, just do it like that. The Jelly Roll pen, like, it is a better quality than the Pentel one in general. But something that it does is it picks up a little bit of the watercolor, which sometimes is nice, and sometimes you don't want it to do that. And the Pentel doesn't do that the same way, so it's gonna look a little bit different, but I don't think it's gonna be like a drastic difference. We'll see. I can always go over the other one. It's not a big deal. Cat's being crazy. I can hear him running down the hall. He's sticking like Velcro. My trick for this is usually, like, to see if I'm the only one noticing the difference, is I'll do a little bit of it, and then I'll take it to my brother and see, can you find where this is different? And he won't be able to. Yeah, we need to trim his nails. Hi, Aaron. Good to see you. What you doing, Bubba? If I'm saying Bubba, I'm talking to the cat, just for the record. That's his new nickname. He started out as Mr. Baby Man, and he has graduated into Bubba because he's a little Bubba baby boy. And then he'll show me his belly. So it's little Bubba baby boy belly. I'm doing pretty well. I'm glad my power has held out this long. Pro Bubba. Yeah, his real name is Khan, which also is fun for the Khan redeem. Like, that's very funny, and I love it. But yeah, he's just a little Bubba baby boy, you know? He was a little businessman when he first entered the house, but he's no longer a CEO. CEO stands for Cute Executive Officer, in case anybody was wondering. Yeah, it's just a good name. I used to also call our old cat Jack. He would be Little B for little baby. Which I do think that's another thing that I want to start doing probably next calendar year. I often do, like, I will often start new projects or start goals around my birthday, but I just wasn't vibing with that this year. But I think I want to start doing more pet portraits. Because that, like, aside from the fact that I just would like to learn how to do that because it's cool and I like small creatures, it's a pretty good commission money maker. So, because people will pay a lot of money to see their pet. Like, me too. I do have a painting of Jack done by Trisha Hall on my mantle where I can see it right now. But yeah. I do also think those would be cute greeting cards. Little pets. Why is my nose all sniffly now? Nobody knows. Oh yeah, Bubby is good. Yeah, Trish has not been streaming lately. She's been taking a break. But she is still a really cool artist who has a lot of cool art that you should check out. She's been working on, I'm not sure if she's still working on it or not, but she has been working on a tarot card project and also an oracle deck, which is a little bit more secret. But there is a specific page on her website so you can see all of her tarot art, which is really cool. Yeah, I've done, the only one that I've done really is my dad's dog, and I did that just as like a for me kind of thing. Because it was just one of those, I need to make art for making art's sake and not be thinking about if this is sellable for a hot second kind of a thing. And that one did turn out really well. Like, I'm very proud of that one. And I did end up using it for something because my dad got like a really big custom card order from me. Okay, bye, Con. And so I did one of his dog. Birdie is his name. And that one turned out really good. But that's partially because I had taken the reference photo for it. And like, not to toot my own horn too much, but I take good pet photos. So I do have some other ones of like dogs that my grandma had and her cat and stuff like that I will be able to paint off of to like get a little bit more comfortable with it. I've also obviously been taking a lot of photos of Con, so. He is a difficult cat to photograph though. Just because of the gray color he is. It's difficult to get a good color read on him. We're getting there. I really like the white line for crystals versus black. I have done crystals before, so like I already knew that that was what I wanted to do. But it just looks so much better than the black lines. The vibe is correct. Do I still have that one in here? Actually, I probably do. I have so much art. Not that one. Not you. Not you. I know it's got kind of gray background. There it is. But I did crystals here too. Although I used watercolor pencils for this one. If I recall correctly. But I also did a bookmark as like a paint test for it. Where would that be? Is the next question. I don't think I've sold that one. But where it might be in my folder, couldn't tell you. For a while I was just keeping like everything that was a weird size in one folder, but that kind of deteriorated. Although I do think this is not even remotely related, but that's how my brain works. Do you think I'm going to try to do Stream Ink this year? I didn't last year. Because I just had too much going on. But I think I'm in a spot where I will be able to do that this year without stressing myself out too much. We can cut back to this when I get myself really stressed out about it because I can't do anything normally. And we can all laugh together. But I think I will be able to do Stream Ink this year. Because, well, I will still be modeling this semester. They cut the class, like they aren't doing the class this semester that requires the most modeling and hires me the most. So it's probably going to be a pretty bare semester, I think. You can if you want to, Shawnee, and we can see if I'm right or wrong. Well, I guess the way that I phrased it, I will be right either way. Are you being crazy boy again? I think that you are. Oh no, Rainbow. Interesting. Maybe I will do a different October challenge then. It is like a lot of work to put together, so I can understand why people wouldn't want to. Well, I say people, like Mel. Mel is like running it almost entirely, yeah. So. Ah, gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, I don't know how their back runs very much. The only reason I really know about Stream Ink was because Trisha did it. And then she was one of the featured artists for a bit. And Rainbow was one of the featured artists last year. Just a mini list. That makes sense. Well, that will be even more manageable for me then. So I'm right. I can do that. Maybe I will add a few extra prompts into, because I do refuse to do Inktober, because the guy who runs that is a dick. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's a prick. And I don't want to use his hashtag or be related with him at all. But I figure doing a little art challenge will be good for my noggin. Stretch my skills a little bit. Oof. Yeah, I think I am in the Discord still, but I haven't checked it. I also might have left it when I left a bunch of Discords a couple months ago. I don't remember. But that's good to know. I'm excited that you get to do some emotes for Mel, Rainbow. I don't know. I know Mel isn't like a huge big streamer, but they're one of those people where I look at them and go, wow, that's a real streamer. You know? Wow, they followed me back on Blue Sky. I must be doing something right. Yeah, wow. Wow.
Does it feel good?
Huh?
I think maybe I could make that alert box bigger. I did move it, the alert box, from where it was. Since I was redoing everything anyway. I do think that I'm going to redo the startup and BRB screens at some point. When I will feel the gumption to do that, I could not tell you, but I do think that I want to do that at some point. Especially now that I have the, like, fan art rotation on the BRB screen. I think making a little, like, frame or something for it would be cute. I do also, like, the original plan was to have those things move. And then I was like, I'm stressing myself out over this, and if I keep stressing myself out over this, I just won't ever stream. So perhaps I should just stop stressing out about that and say that it's good enough. And then we've left it at good enough for like 2.5 years. But I do like having something that moves on all of the screens just so that you can tell if your stream is frozen. Which is why I have Sleepy's little bathtub that they made me on the startup screen. Yeah, I think making the outer line like a thicker black would work. I did use a thinner micron pen for the crystal because I knew that I was going to want to go over it in white. So I do think that maybe thickening up the outer line is the play here. I don't know if the black gel pen that I have still works, because I don't use it very often anymore. I did use it a fair amount when I was doing the Year of Lyrics art, which the other crystal piece that I showed is part of that. But that was... Ew, that was like 5 years ago. What the fuck? What? Why does time keep moving? Man, life is weird. Just thinking about why I started that project and ended up starting my Patreon and ended up started streaming was all because of, like, basically that project that I started because 2 of my friends encouraged me. And one of those friends just doesn't speak to me anymore. Which is cool and fun, and I love thinking about that. Yeah, we got a scrim. So much scrim. Oh, I'm excited because one of my friends got me the new Spirit City DLC. So I can open that and see what's going on. I haven't used that in a little bit, but I should start using it again. I did unlock all of the other little guys from before. Hi, Tomato! Good to see you! How you been? I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while. Which, just to be clear, that is not a criticism. Just like, oh hey, my friend is here. Thanks, Shani. Oh, I also, speaking of new product things, which we haven't been talking about for, like an hour, but whatever. Since I have the printer set up, I researched paper that would be good for prints, since that is the next thing on my list, especially with the whole tariff situation, since I can just make that in my home. Oh, totally fair. I know that's been really hot there. Frickin' summer. But that does mean that I'm going to need to be doing some test prints of prints, if you get what I'm saying. It also means I'm going to have to decide which prints I'm doing. But the test prints will probably mean that I will do a few giveaways for vague misprints, so like B grade prints kind of a situation in stream. And I might do a vote on which one I test out. Probably in Discord and maybe on my Patreon, and I'll give patrons an extra chunk of vote. Yay! So I'll let you know how the paper that I chose works. You probably will want a different paper than I'm getting, Rainbow. Rainbow and I have the same printer. But I picked a watercolor paper so that I can embellish my prints with metallic and other such things. So you probably are going to want to go glossy, huh? Just because of what your style is like. But I can keep an eye out for recommendation from folks while I'm doing more research. Ah, good. Yep. Because I do also need to figure out what paper I want to do for the wrappers for my bug collection set. And I'm thinking a gloss paper would look best. So we'll see. I do have some photo matte paper that I do like, but I'll need to test it with this printer to see. Because with my other printer, the ink would like scratch off. And that is not great for like outer packaging, because that's going to look really scuffed and I don't like that. Yeah, I got you. But I'll need to mess with stuff, because I probably will also do postcards and stuff. I'm considering, once I like get everything settled with the printer so that I actually feel comfortable with the beast, you know, I'm thinking I might add a like postcard or like postcard print tier to my Patreon, so that you could either get a sticker or you could get a postcard design each month, or you could get both. Because that's something that's like achievable since I can do it myself. And I think that's kind of like a nice little art thing to get. But we'll see. I also, like I said earlier, I want to start trying to do washi tape since I found a US manufacturer for those. Doing small business is just always having to research 35 things and just being tired all the time. Just in case anybody was wondering. I should actually get the design for the bug packaging done soon, and then I can do a proper print test with it. Because I did do a, like, I don't know, a proof of packaging, if you will, test with my, the fruitcake sticker that I did in December. I made a mini fruitcake as well, and then wrapped that in a little wrapper, the same kind of design that I'm wanting to do for the bug stickers. And it was fine. Like, I do basically know what I'm doing, and I managed to math correctly and everything. But the paper did, like, lose some ink in the process. But that might just be because HP sucks butt. So I'll need to test that out and see. I can make the actual packaging and then decide. Because I also could, depending on like what I want the cost to be, I could theoretically also get just the package papers printed with a company and then put them together myself. But like, that's going to raise my cost a significant amount. So it's just like, I need to decide. Because, like, another thing with, like, small business stuff, yes, I want to do everything myself because I have control issues. But also, there are some things you just need to let up. And there are some things that are worth it to pay a little bit more, because otherwise it will frustrate you so much that it costs you more in time and pain than you would pay money-wise, you know? To have somebody else print it. So, yeah. Gotta think about it. But I do have, like, the templates set already. I just need to finish the things. Because I do want to put a little QR code on the back that takes you to the page of my website that shows you all the collectible stickers and like gives you a little download for a PDF checklist kind of a thing. Because I did also want to do like a display poster, but I don't, there are enough stickers that I don't know that that's like really viable anymore. Because I'm doing 12 like normal rarity. I'm doing 6 rares and then another 4 like super rare, secret rare kind of thing, which is like a lot of little things to fit on a poster. Because I wanted to do, if you guys remember, this was a while ago, but I painted little terrariums with like different colored lids. So I was thinking I could put the little terrariums on a poster, and then you with like the bug name on a little plaque, and then you could stick the bug in there. But I think that's enough things with the size of the stickers that I'm doing that it would be like a lot. And I don't know how many people would actually like care to buy a poster to do that, because like most people aren't just going to put their stickers on the wall, you know? So I think that's a fun idea, but I don't know that it's a viable idea. Especially since I'm gonna have like 2 different versions, kind of. So I would need to make 2 different well, actually, I wouldn't need to do that if I just made, instead of putting the bug name on a plaque on the poster, I could just print little stickers that had the plaques, and then you could put them where you wanted to. Maybe. I don't know. It's one of those things where you have to make 35,000 decisions about everything you ever do. And at a certain point, your brain is just like, no. No, I refuse to think about it anymore. Shut up. I have my sketchbook out here. Maybe. Thinking once I finish doing this, which will probably be pretty soonish, I might work on sketching out some of the new bugs. So I would really like to get that done. Especially since the color, like any of the colors that my patrons had picked for this month would have worked really well with bugs, but the one that is currently winning is real good. I can knock out a few of them, especially since those don't take super long. Like once I get the design decided on and get the line art done, it's really not super difficult after that. So we can like finish one bug a stream if I'm painting them. So we could just blast through a bunch of them this month. Oh, also, well, researching for this piece in specific, I discovered that crystal boba is actually, like, a thing. And it's just when the tapioca pearls are clear. That's it. Just wanted to make sure that, like, nobody had done the same idea for a sticker. And I couldn't find one, so if somebody else has, they tagged it in a way where I wasn't able to find it. It's one of those things where, like, as an artist and also I think as a neurodivergent person, because even when I wasn't checking stuff against the internet, I still, like, will think that an idea I've had somebody else must have had before. Like, it feels really obvious to me. And then I tell somebody and they're like, you're so creative. How did you even come up with that? And I'm like, I feel like this is a logical string of events that led me to this idea. And I'm surprised that nobody else has followed the same string and done the same thing I did. But I guess I think that just because I saw the entire process inside my own head. I feel like that with gifts, too. Where, like, I'll get really secretive about a gift idea. Because I feel like if I say enough things, like, I've said enough things that it's going to be really obvious what the gift is going to be. And I'll be like, I figure you can guess this. And somebody will be like, what are you talking about? There's no way I could have guessed this. And I'm like, really? But it's, like, obvious. And it's just because, like, it was my thought process. That's why it feels obvious. Yeah, that's fair, Lion. Somebody else may have had the concept and then did it differently. Because, like, for instance, my most popular selling sticker is based off of a Tumblr post that I made that went viral. If you guys have seen a post that says you can't boil an empty kettle, that was me. And that's my best-selling sticker design. And I did that, but another artist had also drawn the same idea and shared it on social media and was nice enough to tag me, so I got to see it. And, like, our interpretations, well, they were the same thing, were completely different. So both items had flames and a tea kettle. But theirs was a very different kind of tea kettle and had a very kind of like explosive vibe to it, whereas mine was just like a burnt bottom kettle. So it's like, even if two people have the same idea, they might not go about it the same way, you know? But it is still one of those things where I'm like, this is so obvious. I thought of this, therefore it's obvious. And other people are like, no, that's not obvious. What are you talking about? It's like, oh, right, my brain works weird. Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's always interesting to see, like, what two different people would do with the same prompt kind of a situation. Hello again, Bubba. Is Greg not petting you enough, so you're out here to beg for pets? Mm-hmm. He's been very busy. Greg started school this week. He's busy. Yeah, or dragons. Same concept. Where it's just like, people have come up with a similar idea, but have done it completely differently, you know? There's a hair stuck in my paint. There is cat hair in, like, every single one of my paints. I got cat hair stuck to my mouth last night, even though the cat had not been in my room for multiple hours. I put on chapstick, and all of a sudden, I had cat hair on my mouth, and I was like, ugh. Con is a long-haired kitty. So, there's a lot of hair. You can step on that if you want, but I appreciate you being cautious. Yeah, blessed by Mr. Baby Man. I actually maybe have a command with a link for the kettle post. I feel like that's a thing that I would have done. If I did. Let's see. Oh, good. Earl seems like, I mean, he's still baby. Yep, I did do that. Good job, past Katie, and good job, current Katie, for remembering what you would have done. Yeah. He is still baby, so, like, Clay, he might, like, go more towards the sit and chill vibes as he gets older, but he is still little. He's just a little guy. Aw, cute. We love a flopper. Khan is also a flopper. I've also discovered that I think, so he scratches on doors a lot if they're closed. And between Greg and I think we've discovered that a lot of times that isn't him asking for the door to be open. He's just stimming. Because he'll scratch on things that aren't doors. So, like, he'll follow me into the bathroom, and when I'm petting him, he'll scratch on the wall. Or if Greg pets him out here, he'll scratch on the side of a speaker. So I think it's just like, if you're petting him, he feels the need to stim about it. Which, like, mood. I'm also a stimmer, so. But he also does do the flop. If you do a full body pet, he will do a dramatic flop. And then if you touch his belly after he has flopped, you will get your hand eaten. He's mostly gentle about that, but he is a pointy boy. Yeah, exactly. He's a fidgeter. Yep. Although, I've noticed, so he will, like, flop and then, like, sleep sometimes. And I've noticed that if you wait until he's sleepy enough, you can touch his belly for an extended amount of time before he attacks you because he's too tired to put together what's happening immediately. So you can get some tummy time in. I full on stuck my face in his belly the other day while he was asleep. And I didn't get attacked. So, I'm learning the tricks. Oh, cute! Miss Phoebe's so cute. Even if she is a little damp. So Miss Phoebe is one of the cats that Tomato and Sleepy have in the house. And I went to visit in July. So I got to pet all the cats. And Miss Phoebe drools a bit when she gets pet. So she gets a little moist. Which I was fine with. That doesn't bother me. So I just sat with her on my lap for a while, petting her, and just let her drool on my shorts, and it was great. We had a grand old time. I do. I have firsthand lore knowledge. I've been inside their home. I've seen their cursed bathroom sink. Because whoever designed that sink had never cleaned a sink in their life, and I can guarantee it. Because nobody who had ever cleaned a sink would think that that was a proper sink design. Nobody. Yeah, it's so bad. So I legitimately took a picture of the sink because I was like, I need to remember how fucked up this is for the rest of my life. It is a completely flat sink. So it like doesn't drain correctly. And I washed my hands in there like twice, I think. And I still was like, this is a disaster. Like, I only had to deal with it twice. If I had to live with that sink, I don't know what I'd do. Cry, maybe. Because, like, it doesn't drain. It's completely flat. Which is ridiculous. That, like, the point of the sink is to, 1, give you water. And 2, to drain that water. Like, who did that? That's something me and my mom, whenever we watched like home improvement shows, that was always a thing where we would like see somebody doing like a crazy window or something and be like, ah, that person has never had to clean their own house. Because if they had, they would not do that shit. Okay. Any other lines I'm going to mess with those ones, but I need to let it dry first. Okay. Let me see how this pen works. Or if it does still work. This one is thinner than the other one I was using. But... yeah, you aren't really going right, are you, buddy? Next question is, do I want to do like one of my brush pens? Or do I just want to do like a thicker micron pen? I should honestly get one of these gel pens that's the same size as the other one that I use. Yeah. Judging from what I heard from Sleepy, because Sleepy did fill me in on some of the history there when we were at Tim Hortons. They didn't know what they were doing either. Like, nobody knew what they were doing, I think. Yeah, I think I should just throw this pen away, actually. Okay. Now, I know I did 005 for those lines, because that's my skinniest one. Do I want to do an 02? Do I want to do a brush pen? Because I do have brush micron, and since I'm not painting, I can just use these. Ooh, you are dry, friend. I have my other Pentel one that's like a lot nicer. Should just go away forever, actually. But I think those ones are back in my room. Maybe this guy will work. Okay. Have a good BRB. I actually should probably also BRB at some point here. Maybe I will now and I can go get the other brush pen. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna run some ads. So don't look at the ads. We hate ads here. And I still get the money even if you aren't looking at them. And honestly, I don't even care about the money. So like, just don't look. Go take a stretch, get a little drink or a little snack. Look at something that's farther away from your face than your screen is right now. Your eyeballs will thank you. And then we will meet back here in a few minutes, okay? All right, I'm back, and I did remember to mute the mic this time. Thank you for the reminder. The reason it wasn't muted at the start is because I always mute it at the end of a stream. And so it's muted when I come back in. So I just that's just part of the process to me. And because I had to reset everything and I had to test my mic and stuff, it wasn't like it usually is. So I just didn't even think to look at it. Which isn't really that big a deal. It's not like I say anything horrid before stream. I mostly am silent. Except this time I was cutting open a box. Okay. Go here. I have my other brush pen. Oh, I do still need to do the highlights on the cups too. Should also probably take a progress photo because I haven't done that in a bit. This one I really started as more of a personal project because a lot of my art lately, and by lately I mean the past year and maybe longer than that, has all been for something. So for Art Fight or for Patreon, for the CIF project, or specifically because I need to add more stickers to my shop or something like that. I was this is a thing that I want to do that brings me joy. So I'm just gonna start this and maybe not even do it on stream and just do it for myself, kind of. Because I think that I need to get better about that in general. That's a good idea, Shawnee. That is a very good idea. I should write that down. There was something else I was going to do after stream. What was it? It was show you guys the Venuses. Or Venusi, or whatever the correct word is for that. I don't know what plural is for that. Let me write that down. Yeah, exactly. That's a really good idea, Shawnee. I have not thought of that, and it's a good idea. Progress for team. On my little listy, and I will also write Venus's in Discord. Okay. On my little notes. Maybe I want to do a thick black outline and then do the white on that. I feel like that would look nice. Maybe that's what we'll do. And that will also be relatively easy to prep for sticker file, which will be nice. I could also just like, for this piece, like the physical piece, I could fill in the whole background black if I wanted to. I don't know if I do or not. I don't think it would look bad. It would take a lot of effort. Which I don't know if I want to put in that much effort. We'll see. We'll do the black outline and then we'll see how I feel. Because I do feel like it kind of makes it feel graffiti-esque if I do that, which is kind of cool. I don't know why I feel that way, but I do. The people across the street, I don't know how much of the outside noise you guys can hear with this mic versus the headset. The folks across the street, they have multiple people come to pick up the kids, the variety of children, who don't like get out of the car or text somebody to say that they're there. They just honk the horn repeatedly. And like, I get that that is a thing that people do. Like, I understand. That was a thing people did in my youth when we didn't have text-capable phones. But also, shut up. You don't need to make that much noise. And I get that's just me being, like, delicate about sounds also. But, like, it's so loud. And, like, if it was just during, like, normal people hours, that might be different. But they do it at, like, 11 o'clock at night and later sometimes. It's like, people are sleeping. Shh. Yeah. And like, especially in the summer, I have to leave my window open because otherwise the room will explode and roast me like a little turkey. Because the sun shines directly into my room for like 8 hours a day in the summer. And my window faces the street where they are. So it's like really loud. It's just like they're a loud house. And I get that my general level of sound is much quieter than the average person's. Like my sound tolerance is much lower. But also, holy shit. Can you guys be quiet for 5 seconds? That's also where Motorcycle Man lives, just for the record. For those of you who have been keeping track of the noisy neighborhood saga. Yeah, exactly. We do have construction in the neighborhood that's close enough that I can hear it. Like, I can hear the beep beeps, which is part of why I almost turned into the Joker yesterday. Yeah, honking is like to avoid an accident or to get somebody's attention, like if they've been sitting at the red light for too long, kind of a situation. And I don't mean the light or a green light for too long. Like, I don't mean the light has just changed. I mean, you waited like a minute and they seem to have not noticed kind of a situation. So like a real getting attention where you don't have another option. But other people don't seem to agree with us on this. Yeah, there were too many sounds yesterday and I almost died. True story. It got to the point where I had to like close my window and shut my door and turn off everything in my room and shove my fingers in my ears and cover my eyes for like 10 minutes before I could like actually be a person again. Which like, yeah, I get it. I'm autistic, but like, can we chill? Yeah, yeah. Sometimes people are just like, they've decided they need to do something at the red light, like send a message to somebody or something, or clean their car for some reason. And so they just don't notice stuff. Because there are definitely like way too many people who text while they're driving. And like, I appreciate that doing it at the stoplight is like a better option than doing it while you're actively driving, but that still means you aren't paying attention to the road. Like, you should still be doing, even if you're not actively driving. Like, honestly, so I guess a passenger princess is how people usually put it, but I disagree with that label for myself. But I do not drive, so I am often in the passenger seat. And one of your jobs as the passenger in a car is to text for the other person who is driving so that they don't text and drive. So you transcribe their texts for them. Which is why I don't think I'm a passenger princess, because I'm like a good passenger. I will navigate, and I will help read signs, and I will look up things, and I will text for you while you are driving. And I will, like, if something slides off your dashboard or something, I will catch it and hold it. I will pull out your card and put your card away if you're getting me food. Like, you gotta be a good passenger if you're gonna be a passenger. Oh my god. Was it like a really big hash brown? Like, I get at the base level here, cops are stupid. But I feel like there is no phone on the market anymore that is the size of a breakfast hash brown that you can get. Because I mean, like, I feel like the closest phone would be mine, which is old. Like, this is vaguely the size of a breakfast, you know, hash brown, yeah? But my phone has not been sold for multiple years. There is no phone that's that small anymore. Like, Yeah, that's yeah. Our legal system isn't actually a legal system, it's a pay-to-win system. But yeah, that's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Although, I feel like that is giving the cop a level of stand-upness that perhaps no cops currently have. Yeah, for sure. Like you could say eating while driving is distracting, which like it is, but also if the law doesn't say that, then the law doesn't say that. I'm thinking maybe this sticker's gonna have a black background, because I like the way that makes everything pop. Which will cost me a fortune in ink, but it will look really good too. I did see something recently that's, I forget which car manufacturer it was, but they're starting to go back from the like touch screens in cars, so they aren't going to be adding them to their new lines. I'm like, thank God. That was so stupid. Like, no, you can't have your little screen out while you're driving because it's distracting. But here, have a screen that's 7 times the size that you need to look at constantly. Like, what? And like, I understand from like a capitalism perspective, bleh, that it was so that shit would break so that people would have to buy a new car faster. But like, it's stupid. It's so stupid. Yeah, exactly. We need like knobs and toggles. You need to be able to feel what's going on so that you aren't as distracted. And yeah, everybody wanted to be fancy like Tesla, and see how that went? Although I will, you know what? I will say that Elon Musk is good at one thing, and it's making anything he touches so uncool that nobody else wants to do it ever again. He's very talented at that. Trying to decide if maybe I want to do thicker line art for the boba cups too. On the edges, maybe. I'm not sold on that though. I gotta think about it. Oh, I guess one, like, aside from everything else, but one other good thing about the new mic is that now you guys aren't attached to my head, so you probably won't hear my neck crack so often. I can stretch without fear of you guys hearing my hip dislocate. I say as I can hear my shoulder squeaking. Oh my god. Because of all the like rain and wind and stuff, we've had a lot of pressure shifts, which has made my joints so mad at me. Everything hurts. Yeah. Is it LED headlights, Tens? Because I will jump on that bandwagon with you. Oh, fair, fair. What's yours then? I guess the height of trucks is also one that is often illegal other places, but not in the US. Which I would also agree with. There are many things about cars that I disagree with on a fundamental level. Especially car culture in the US, because it's like, yikes. I think it's funny how easily the mic picks up stuff on the table. So if I like move the paper, I can see my little PNG tuber popping off. Oh, which at some point I should use the PNG tuber that Doodle made for me. I keep forgetting it's there. I wonder if I can go switch to that one now, or if my computer will throw a hissy fit about it. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that would be smart. I will agree with that for sure. Let me see if I can do that without anything exploding. I'm gonna like actually load those things. Thank you. A doodle. A little one a doodle made me. Look at how cute I am. I do think this one should flip myself. Maybe. That's what I want. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah, exactly. It's important to know the difference for sure. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Another one that in a lot of the rest of the world is illegal, but the US doesn't actually regulate it, is the height of bumpers. So like those big vanity trucks or SUVs or something have bumpers that are much higher than on like any other car, which one means that if those cars run into something else, the bumpers don't actually do what they're supposed to because they aren't actually meeting. And two, the taller ones mean that it's less likely that you will see, for instance, a child in front of your car. So you can just run over a kid and never see it, which is not good. Oh yeah, that too, Shawnee. Good point. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the difference between states about what level of window tint is allowed to is another one that's like wild. We have a lot of laws here, like in Alaska, about when you can have your snow tires on or not. But the year or like the time that you have to have them on or off is not consistent from year to year. So they like announce it once snow has been down for long enough. Which is kind of a pain in the butt. Because like there's a certain point where it's illegal to have non-snow tires on, or like past that date, and then there's a point before it where it's illegal to have your snow tires on, and it changes from year to year. And so if you aren't paying super close attention, you're just fucked. Hi Kuro. Yeah, Doodle made this for me as part of Art Fight. And I do also, Cap made me another one too that I used with Sleepy and Stars. I don't know if you were here for those. I just don't remember. But I hadn't used this one yet, and I was like, I should use this actually. No, you don't use chains up here. You have to have studded tires. Yeah, the couch one. Mm-hmm. Because we have enough snow and ice that, like, chains are not sufficient, and they're more likely to fly off at some point during the winter and cause an accident. Because chains are really more of like a temporary solution if you don't have another option, generally speaking. Although, the way that our winters have been going, we might need to change that. We had a lot of bare ground and, like, thaws this past year. Which meant that a bunch of people were driving on the naked concrete, or asphalt, I guess, technically, with their studs, which tears the roads down faster. Which, like, our roads are already pretty shit. Thank you. That's mostly what we've been working on today, is just line art. I already had it all painted and everything, but I wanted to go over and do the white lines for the crystals because I really like the way that looks in comparison to, like, black lines. Ooh, have fun, Illuminati. Thank you for the lurk. I actually I don't watch many movies, and I think that's part of just, like, neurodivergent thing where sitting down for a whole thing for 2 hours feels really overwhelming, but sitting down for individual things for 4 hours is like achievable. So I don't watch a huge amount of movies, but I did watch a movie the other day. I couldn't find the one that I wanted to watch, but I watched another silly horror movie and it was very fun. It had a time machine. Yes, agreed, tens. The frickin' snow that falls off and hits everybody. It's such a mess. Just sweep off your frickin' car. I was thinking, actually, that I might try to watch Death Becomes Her soon, because, like, that's been on my list for ages and I've never actually watched it. But it is available on the one streaming service I currently have access to, so. Okay. Yeah, I only really know it from, like, queer people referencing it. But it does seem like it would be fun to watch. Really, like, high-key cast, you know? Mm-hmm. Bruce Willis has, like, had a very interesting career, I feel like. Because, like, he kind of got pigeonholed into action movie for a long time, but he picked a lot of action movies that, like, went against action movie tropes, even though that's, like, what he was being offered, you know? Which reminds me, actually, I still owe Kappa watch through of his favorite movie, which also has Bruce Willis in it. I'm sure we'll get around to it at some point, but I think I've mentioned before that, like, our first date was us watching my favorite movie, and then the plan was I should watch his favorite movie, like, we should together, which I have seen it before, but we just, like, haven't gotten around to it. Yeah. Yeah, it's so interesting to see how people's brains, like, decide what is bite size and what isn't. Because, like, I'll sit and watch, like, 4 hours worth of a show that has 30-minute episodes, but try and get me to sit down to watch an hour and a half movie, and my brain is like, no, actually, that's too much of a commitment. One of the problems with doing ink over top of watercolor is that the pigment from the watercolor sometimes clogs up whatever pen nib you're using. It happens a lot with micron pens if you go over the top of watercolor, so you need to keep cleaning them so that they don't like gunk up really bad. The gel pens usually aren't that bad, especially the ones with like the thicker line. Or I guess the thicker roller ball is specifically what makes it better, but still happens. Another one I've been thinking of watching recently is Midsummer. I don't know where I would watch it though. Frickin'. It's so annoying to have like, in my lifetime, many different kind of business models have come up and then immediately gotten destroyed by capitalism. But like the streaming service one really pisses me off right now. Because like you had a perfectly good business model, but then everybody decided that they needed to do it and ruined it. Like you made it completely pointless. Then you're like, well, why isn't our streaming service going well? It's like, because there are 65 million of them and you all charge too much for it. Like, believe it or not, making your content harder to find means that less people will watch it. Well, less people will watch it legally, I guess. Ooh, yeah, that is fun. I was saying also to Rainbow the other day that both of us haven't seen the K-pop Demon Hunters movie yet, so maybe we should watch it together. I did finish watching Dungeon Meshi recently. Because Cap and I, well, what's out we finished watching. Because Cap and I were watching it together. We started it while I was visiting and then finished it up like last week. Which was fun. I like it. I know one of my Tumblr moots and friends has been reading through the manga for that one. I think she actually finished the manga now that I think about it. Kat mentioned something else he wanted to watch. I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, that would be cool. I'll suggest that to Rainbow. Or we could, like, I can't do it from my laptop because my laptop will explode. But we could do it in my Discord too. At some point if somebody wants to host. Because I know that Nerdling, Cap's daughter, has been obsessed with it lately. So I'm guessing that Cap has seen it enough times that he doesn't particularly want to watch it again. Hi, Herpel. Thanks for flopping in. A little treat. So, Herpel, you weren't here for it, but I have a selection of German candies that Stars has sent me. So you should pick if you want me to open the licorice or the berries. And then I will take a treat from one of those. Hi, Topia. Good to see you. Licorice, you got it. I'm just gonna open all of these candies. But Star sent me a little pack of stuff for my birthday. I love how these packages always have like a spot to tear it. And I'm like, no, actually, I won't do that. Let's see. Which one do I want? I think I will try one of the like regular licorice ones first. That seems like a good way to test the flavor. Oh, that's good licorice, actually. Yum, yum, yum. Thank you for the treat, Herpel. Yeah, that's really good. They're coconut licorice. And I like coconut. I know coconut is kind of a controversial flavor and texture, but I like it. It goes well with the licorice too, I think. Yee, that's yummy. Now the trick is going to be me not eating the entire package now that it's open. Me just putting together what time it is. There's just other stuff happening today, and I was like, wait. That's why that person isn't here right now. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen coconut licorice before. I do like that, though. I wouldn't have thought of putting those together, but they do work really well. I guess they are both, like, quote-unquote controversial flavors. So if you like one of them, you probably like the other one? I don't know. I've never taken a poll of who likes coconut and licorice. Or if you like one, you like the other, vice versa kind of a thing. I like both. Alright. That's the crystals fully inked. Now I need to decide if I want to thicken up the lines on the tea containers. Because I could do a little bit of a thicker black line, kind of like we did out here, along the edge of this, and I think it would differentiate it a little bit more. And I do still need to do the highlights on the plastic here. I think I do want to do thicker lines on the outside. And then I think I do highlights, and then I think this piece is done and we can sign the back. And we'll be set. Thank you. Interesting. I have it popped up so I can see how it changes. I don't know that this will be, in a lot of the spots, it's not going to be super clear. I guess maybe I just want to do the outline and not the in outline. You know what I mean, I'm sure. Just get a little bit of a thicker line going. Just because I feel like that's going to separate the two. Good, good. Icon. This boy is a little crazy today. Guess we haven't played laser pointer in a few days. That's fair. And coconut is kind of like one of those things where, like, some things you might be okay with and some things you might not. Because it's also a texture thing, it's not just a flavor thing. Yeah, I think this was the right choice. That was not the right choice. Why are you picking nuance? You have to explain your nuance to us. It always drives me nuts on Tumblr polls where people are like, nuance, but you have to explain in the tags, and then nobody explains. Like, put in the tags, and then they just don't. It's like, well, then what's the fucking point? I've been cursing a lot this week. I've been cranky. Valid. I'll eat all yours, tomato. I'm not a big fan of, like, citrus flavors, though. Well, like, fake citrus flavors. In general. Which is why I picked out all of the orange gummy bears to send to Lib that one time. Because Lib really likes them. Fair. One of my favorite summer drinks actually is a coconut iced chai. And I think I've told this story on stream before, but I got that order because somebody in the like line in front of me at one of the coffee places on my college campus ordered it, and like I had gone up planning a different order, and I went, actually I want that because that sounds delicious. And so this random person who just happened to be in front of me this one time during summer on campus completely changed the trajectory of my drink order like for the rest of my life, because I still crave that during the summer. And well, like, we have this stuff to make it in-house now because I don't want to have to pay for that at like a barista place all the time, you know. But yeah, the Australian licorice is really nice. Oh yeah. The toasted coconut ones are very good. The caramel helps a lot with that, for sure. Yeah, I do like black licorice flavor. For sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Many of you like both coconut and licorice. Very interesting. Nobody likes just coconut, which is intriguing. Thank you for performing a science with me. All right, have good BRB. Oh, I guess you're at work, aren't you? You would need to do a BRB repeatedly. You have a job to do. I have cat hair in my nose. I need you all to know how much I suffer on a daily basis. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not a big fan of carrot cake in general. Although it's my brother's favorite, funnily enough. Hey, Bubba. Do you need pets? Are you dying from lack of attention? Yeah. I need to inspect the squishmallow. It is kind of in your spot. That's a valid assessment. Oh, it's window time. I see. No. You know you aren't supposed to claw the furniture. We've been over this. Yeah, it's Bubba. Oh. Did my Discord disconnect? There we go. All right. Hi. What are you doing? You being a little menace? Yeah? A little menace time and your ears are itchy? Yeah. Oh yeah, you got itchy ears, Bubba. I give ear rubs to animals, which is why they always really like me. I give good ear rub. If you try to claw back there behind my head, I will still hear you, just for the record. Oh, is it making tortillas time? Yeah. We have a little, one of those like fleece tortilla blankets on the couch, and he really likes it. He loves these fuzzy blankets, which is good. Like, as a household, we have like a massive amount of fuzzy blankets. So he picked the right place. Because I have 3 different fuzzy blankets on my bed at all times. Oh, you're interested in the licorice, huh? Just taking a little snifferoonie? Curious about what's there? I think my brother's having a nap, which is part of why he's out here being a menace. Because he hasn't gotten enough attention. Clearly. Because Greg is sleeping. Okay, I do think that that outline helped separate those two areas a little bit and make it look better. I think that'll be better for a sticker design for sure. So now we just have some highlights to do, and then I think this guy is done. Like, yes, I could keep messing with it for the rest of eternity, but that is not necessary. Like, I could even just not do the highlights if I wanted to, and this would be fine, but I want to do the highlights. Yeah, agreed, Shawnee. Mint and chocolate are sometimes good, but you have to be, like, in the mood for it, because it can be, like, really overpowering. But chocolate and caramel, absolutely. Chocolate and raspberry, banger. No, it's not good for cats. He was just sniffing. He was inspecting. He wasn't interested in eating it. So far, the only people food that he's interested in eating is cheese. Which I give him a little bit of cheese in the morning because I have some with my breakfast, so I just peel a little bit off for him. So he gets his little morning cheese treat. Valid, Tens. I do enjoy the combination. I just don't really want it all the time, you know? Yeah, exactly. It's the cheese tax. Although he knows that I will only give it to him after I'm done eating. So he'll, like, come in and jump up on the bed and see how much I've eaten from my breakfast. And then if I'm not done yet, he'll jump off the bed and just, like, go hang out somewhere else and come back and check again. I'm a slow eater in general. Mostly because I don't really want to eat. If I didn't have to eat to survive, I probably wouldn't, like, most of the time. Ooh, yeah, see, I don't really like hazelnut in general. Like, I understand the purpose of the chocolate hazelnut combination. I understand. I just don't like hazelnut. I'm not big on nuts in general, honestly. I like pistachios, I like cashews. I'll eat peanuts, but I don't, like, go for them, usually. I'll eat an almond. That's pretty much it. Amaretto is good, for sure. Of course you did, Shawnee. It's just so Shawnee-coded. Okay. What am I doing? I'm doing big highlight. That's what I'm doing. I can remember what I'm doing from minute to minute. I lie. Oh, are almonds divisive? I don't know that I've met anybody who didn't like almond. Who, like, didn't have, like, a nut allergy or something. There was... Oh, my God. You guys want a story about a horrible teacher I had in high school? Of course you do. So, the teacher who did home ec and, like, the cooking class at my high school was really far up her own ass all the time. Why, I couldn't tell you. Maybe it's because nobody took her seriously. Yes, I am indeed Alaskan. I live here. I live in Alaska. I added that one because, like, I only had 9 tags on for the longest time. And I was like, I don't know what to put for another tag. But I feel like I should be trying to maximize my tag usage. But, so this teacher at one point, when we'd just gotten a new, like, home ec room with new ovens and everything. And I've told you a story about this teacher before. So if you remember me talking about the home ec teacher, this is the same person. And at one point we were doing a batch of like cookies. Like we were doing a bunch of different kinds of cookies to do like a cookie trade. So everybody, like every group made different kinds of cookies, and then we all like traded to make like little Christmas cookie bundles. And one of the cookies had almond extract in it. And one of the people in the class was allergic to nuts and had told her this at the beginning of the semester. Because, like, you're working with food, that's something that's, one, in your, like, student information that the teachers have access to. And two, you should just make sure, because, like, you don't want to die, you know, in general. And he said that and was like, I cannot make these cookies that you've given us the recipe to do because they have nuts in them. And she was like, almond extract has almonds in them? Like, it's nuts? And I'm like, where do you think they are extracting it from? Like, I don't understand how that didn't connect in her head. Did you think it was like a fake flavor? Because it isn't. The reason it's called extract is because it is extracted from the thing. And so she almost killed a student because she could not get her shit together and realize that something that was a nut extract had nuts in it. And like, I was never a fan of this teacher, I will say outright. I think she was awful even before she was like a bitch to me personally. But like, if that student hadn't been like super on top of it, which he always was, because like even I knew he was allergic to nuts. We went to school together and like we weren't friends. We like just knew each other because we went to the same elementary school through high school. So like even I knew that. It's wild. It's wild to me. This was also the person who got upset that I said one of the ovens was off temperature. She said, don't say that about my ovens. Like I was, I don't know, calling the oven a slut or something. She was so weird. I know. Like, how do you not know that? I will say that the one recipe she gave us that was really good was a potato soup recipe that I altered and still make sometimes. It was a potato cheddar soup that you could make in the microwave. But like, I knew how to cook, so the class was not really necessary for me, but yeah, to put not too fine a term on it, she was a cunt. Like, she was an awful person. Like, I get part of that is because I was a teenager and she was working with teenagers, and working with teenagers is difficult, and I was not an easy teenager to deal with. But also, she, like, constantly picked fights with people. And it was really weird. I need to lighten that up just a little bit. Well, lighten that up. Take some of the pigment out a little bit. But yeah, so the story that I've told before was that at one point when I was, would have been junior, I think, a junior in high school, and I was taking her class, and I had a special trip that I was going on over Christmas break, and so I wasn't going to be there for finals week for the first semester of that year. And so I had to go through all of my teachers and like get makeup exams prepared for everybody, which I did, except for her, because she refused to come into school at a time that was outside of her normal schedule, and I had classes all of those times, so I wasn't allowed to be there. So I technically still have an incomplete on that because she refused to schedule a final for me. Yeah. Like, nobody else had a problem, but she was so far up her own ass about it. Real piece of work. Yeah, she was not a nice person. Which, like, I really don't understand why she was teaching at high school, too, because, like, she clearly fucking hated it. Like, it was clearly not something she wanted to be doing. So, like, just don't be there. Do something else. I think I need, like, reflective light on the plastic cups. You wanna, like, work, please? Yeah. But yeah, that, I will tell you something, though. That is not my least favorite teacher I had in high school. Which, after those stories, you're like, what the fuck, Katie? Yeah. I've also told you about the other teacher who picked a substitute for us and said, I think you girls will like him because he's really cute. And then the sub showed up because she was going to be gone for an extended time. She was having a surgery. And the sub showed up, and he is the hairiest man I've ever seen in my entire life. And, like, to be clear, I'm into hairy guys. Like, a bear? Yes, please, sign me up. But this guy was, like, if you saw him, like, if he was described in, like, a TV show or a book, you would assume that the author was trying to tell you that this person was a werewolf. Like, that level of hairy. Yeah, exactly, Shawnee. Exactly. You knew where I was going. Yeah, and also she was wildly inappropriate with her students on a regular basis. She used to be a lingerie model. And the majority of her personality was still around being hot. But she was, like, nearing 60. And she legitimately, I'm not making this up, this is a thing that I saw happen. She legitimately showed some of her old lingerie modeling photos to students. Which, like, what's wrong with you? That's gross. I think she was, like, really offended that none of the boys thought she was hot. Yeah. Yeah. She had married a plastic surgeon, which the town that I grew up in was very affluent, so we had a lot of, like, retired NBA players and doctors and that kind of stuff. Politicians. So I went to school with, like, some famous people. Some people who are now famous also. There was a kid in the class below me who is now famous. Like, famous. And so there were a lot of interesting people in that town, but she had married a plastic surgeon and refused to say that he was a plastic surgeon, even though, like, we all knew. So she would just call him a surgeon. And then, like, the word on the street was she didn't even really like him. The reason that she'd married him was so that she could get free surgery. Because she had, like, a lot of surgeries done. And that was actually the reason that she was taking that leave of absence where she had to pick the substitute. Was because she was having plastic surgery done. Right? But she really wanted those teenage boys to be into her. And I was like, maybe rethink your entire life, actually. But yeah, that was the teacher I hated the most. And I turned in, she was an English teacher. I turned in a poem for an assignment that was like basically calling her a bad teacher, which she was, and calling her out on being like playing favoritism with a bunch of the students. And she threatened to like turn it into the principal, and I was like, do it. Because like this shows misconduct on you. So like go for it. I'll get in trouble. I'm fine with that. Because like I never had detention. I never got in trouble like at all my entire like schooling career. I was like, yeah, go for it. Let's see who wins this one. And she decided after a week to not do that. And I was like, yeah, because you know that I would have won. Because like she regularly counted me absent, even though I was in the first seat, like first row in the class where she put me. And stuff like that. And it was ridiculous. She was too focused on trying to get the basketball players to like her. Yeah, interesting schooling career I've had. What, Papa? Oh, itchy boy. Itchy boy. Yeah, I had a lot of really good teachers at that school, too. Those are just two of the really bad ones. Because, like, one of my history teachers was really cool. And my theater teacher was also really cool. I went back to visit him a couple times when I was in Oregon. But the bad teachers always make for better stories, right? Because really, if you're a good teacher, there isn't much story to tell about you. We are purring real loud, Bubba. Okay, I think I want to make the highlight on this orange straw a little bit more intense, maybe. It might be that color is just like too pale to really happen. No, that's fine. Alright, so I think this is maybe done. I guess I can put reflective light like right here. Actually. Not that that's super visible, but it will make me feel better. Ta-da! Alright. That was a good size stream, I think. I'm sorry that, and I know you guys don't need me to apologize to you, but I am sorry in general that this week has been like such a fucking nightmare for streaming. So thanks for sticking with me and showing up when I could actually stream. Much appreciated. And hopefully that's everything fixed, except for the thing that I need to fix on OBS after I stop streaming today. Well, let me go see who is live. We can go raid somebody. I also need to redo my nails. It's like that nail wrap is like most of the way off of my finger at this point. Oh, Sky is still alive. We can go bother Sky, perhaps. Unless Sky is ending. Which often happens. and is about to raid me. That has in fact happened before. Go take a little peek-see here. But let me switch to mayonnaise screen first. I need Scream. I mean, yeah, that does kind of like that at the moment. Thank you, and thanks everybody for showing up. I appreciate it. I think that I should move my tuber on this one. Let's move you over here. Yeah, that works. Thank you, Shawnee. Let me check that Sky is actually still live. I'm just gonna make my computer so slow for a second. Now that Bubba has curled up behind my head and is sleeping, it's time for me to move everything. Okay, good. Do this. Baguette. I copy this. Me trying to remember to do everything in order. You know how it is. Probably. Put that there because I'm throwing it away. I need to remember that. Okay. What else am I forgetting? Probably a million things. I will theoretically be back on Monday as long as nothing else explodes. So I will see you then. And probably other places on the interwebs. Before then. Thanks for hanging out, and again, thanks for being patient with all the stuff and helping me figure out the sound levels and all that jazz. Shawnee has put the raid commands in chat. The first one has emoji that you can use anywhere on Twitch. The second one has an emote you can use if you're subscribed to my channel, so please copy and paste the one that's relevant to you. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Remember that you're loved because I love you. If you can't take care of or be kind to yourself for yourself, please do so for me because I think you're awesome and deserve nice things, including from yourself, even on the days when it's really hard. So let's all work on being kinder to ourselves and each other, and then we can meet up back here and get a little top up or tell our victories or have a little bitch session, you know, whatever. All right, take care, everybody. Bye.